It's Sunday the 26th of November. It's cold, but not too cold. Last night wasn't very cold actually. We have a lovely sun trying to come through here. I'm just hoping that that will happen because it's been quite misty this morning. Yesterday I had started to just clear. We had scaffolding had been here for months, just bags of stuff. This pallet of cement has to go. Underneath that black bag is the old solid fuel stove, which is just ridiculously heavy. So I need to figure out some way of moving that. So it just means a bit of sun can get to the outside of the house. Yeah, there's quite a lot to do on the outside. There's a lot of flaky paint. This just here, you can see where the dark line is, which was under the scaffolding, was just soil. And things were starting to grow. Okay, I still see things growing here. Still could take out a little bit more muck. There was a little hole here in the wall, which we hadn't noticed. Hence, the corner of the parlour was a bit wet. I think that's why. Lots of things, but it's nice to see clear now. And the sun is finally coming out to shine on it. Here's the man of the house coming out, looking the part of his belt.
Oh, look.
And
one employee.
Yeah, so it's just nice to get that out of the way. I'll just take you over to... No, I didn't see the hammer, sorry. Just have to give the dinner a stir. We're obviously still very much living here in the caravan in the muddy field, which is fine because we don't use it for cooking. It's really just for sleeping and chilling. We use this little pump house for cooking, washing up. This is our washing up facility. 2 bowls. One I filled with boiling water from the kettle, and the other is cold water for rinsing, and everything else goes there to dry. Everything else is just kind of hung up. Anything that I don't want to get particularly dirty goes into these Tupperware boxes. Yeah, and the dog gets fed in here. So yeah, and the this has been a bit of a lifesaver. What's it called? The air fryer. Today we're gonna have some steak and veg stew. It's coming along nicely. Our lovely neighbour Liz brought us some carrots. Really lovely carrots. So that looks okay. Just wanted to make sure it was because I put it on a little while ago. Okay. Yeah, we've still a few bits to do here in these 2 trailers need to be moved now that we have the yard kind of clear. Horrible IBC that Rob thought he was going to be able to use needs to move, but we need to get these 2 trailers down into the yard because they are nasty. This is Lost, the kitten. She's rather cute, aren't you? Yes. She came with her mum here. She was a stray. And she's quite the main event now. And she gets on very well with Rooney. So that's them. Then in the week we had Rooney causes a little bit of stress, didn't she? Decided to take off down the road. Rooney, come here. Show everybody your new device. So we've got one of these now. So she's tracked. So we know when she steps outside of her area. Seems quite happy with it on. Yeah. So this week was really a bit all over the place. Felt we didn't get a lot kind of done like we wanted to. There was deliveries. The weather was crap. The dog caused us stress. And yeah, down the driveway there we had like I showed you, and I don't know how it'll come out on the video or have come out on the video. They've got a massive trench here at the bottom of our driveway where who were they? B&Q. Was it B&Q? Yeah. They were delivering our bathroom wear, the rest of our bathroom wear. We had some of it, but they were delivering the rest of it. And They went in here and couldn't get out, and so Rob had to pull them out. So yeah, needless to say, this is one big dirty trench that has to be addressed, really, because most of the time it is just like a stream or a river running down. So we do need to put a pipe in from bottom to top to bottom, to let it run down. I don't know if you can hear from here. You can hear the river at the bottom. Just across the road is the river. Yeah, it's really flowing fast at the moment. So it's just a bit of an all over week. Yeah, we just feel we didn't get places like we wanted to. But yesterday was hugely successful. We got the toilet in, first proper toilet, and the bathroom is looking good, ready for tanking. We're not putting a tray in the shower, so we're going to tank it. So I think Rob has been showing you that process. We're actually waiting for the tiles to come for the shower, just to finish that part off. I'll just throw a quick stick for Rooney, and I'll keep going. Not a great stick. Yeah, and then this actually is my makeshift washing line here. It's actually great when the sun is out because it's like south facing. The clothes dry super quickly. I do have a dryer in the shed next to the washing machine, thankfully, and if I have to use it, I have to use it. Both the washing machine and dryer are on their last legs, so not in such a good way, and this really isn't a good place to keep them, because when the rain comes a certain way, the washing machine in particular gets wet. Not so good. Just had to pop back in to the caravan because it was saying the SD card was full. I put in 2 more SD cards and they were full. It's kind of been the week's events. There's a bit of blue sky coming, but it never is good when we can't see the top of the mountain. So anyway, we'll see how we go. Oh, we lost tea. Yeah, you bring the sun out for us. So today, amongst all the things to do, this is the thing with where we're at now, because there's so many things to do, it's hard to know what to start with. And then quite often you start with one and you realize that you can't do that because you've got to do something else, or you can't do that because you haven't got this, or can't really say much of that now because we actually have most things. But yeah, it's just difficult to know where to start. But today I need to move this cement pile here, and I also need to move, our kitchen arrived and it's like everywhere, absolutely everywhere, so we just need to free up space to be able to get to other things. So that's my other job. You can come along and see what happens in the day. I'll maybe plonk you somewhere just while I do a bit of moving, and we'll take it from there. Okay. And he's just started making lots of noise down here. I don't know what he's doing. Got the chainsaw out. Anyway, I'm going to start this morning. I'm going to fill this line here. A little different to what I said I was going to do. But anyway, this line that I think you can see by looking at me, just next to the ladder here, is where the extension meets the main building. And I'm just going to put a layer of cement down the side so that we can just have no gaps, basically. So I'm going to fill that in now. I'm going to pop you on time lapse and we'll get that job done first. can see, I've done half of it. It seems to be staying up quite well actually, considering it's only really sticking to the side of the house, but it seems to stay on the Tyvek quite well. So it's securing that in. And when we come along then and do our larch, I'm hoping it won't stick out. So I've had to take the big ladder down now because I'm changing ladders, and then put the other small one up to continue. So I hope I got that last little piece in. I heard the GoPro beeping, so I'm not sure if I did, but basically I've just done this line of cement and it's sort of a stucco style down the corner, and the larch is going to go over that probably, and I may have to do another one then, but it'll be handy to have one to connect the other two. This side of this gable end is really rough and ideal to stick stuff to. Gosh, the noise is the chainsaw below. I hope you can hear me. But anyway, so part of this wall, which you can see isn't painted, you can see about a foot down is painted, then the rest looks very raw. That's because this was inside the Oates house, which was just the shed next door, which we've now turned into a kitchen. So it's ideal for sticking stuff to, so it just went on really easily. So now it's ready for the larch, and I've got a little bit of cement left here. Well, quite a bit left actually. Yesterday I went round and just finished off the windows, as you can see here with my little friend. Yes, Lusty? So we had to backfill the windows underneath them, and it kind of had to be done in 2 stages. Still have obviously gaping holes here which I need to deal with, but they're okay for now. That we'll come to that. So I had to backfill the middle and then leave that go hard so that the weight of the window would be okay, and then I was able to release the wedges. You'll see some wedges in there, some blue ones, and there's some much bigger ones than that. Release the wedges from the sides, and then I was able to backfill the sides. It's the same on this one. Also the door was wedged, so I've backfilled the middle, then backfilled the sides yesterday. So they have to be done in 2 parts, which is just a little bit kind of awkward. This one looks a bit messier, but you can see these are the wedges I took out of the sides, backfilled the middle, then backfilled the sides, after I knew that it was secure, I suppose, by standing on the middle. So I'm going to go down, show you. I just have the big lift and slide door to backfill. I'm going to do that one now with the leftover cement. Hopefully he'll have stopped with the chainsaw by the time we get down, and I'll show you just finishing that part off. So we've no noise now, so I'll just keep talking for now. So this one is going to be a little bit trickier. There's not just wedges at the sides, there's wedges all the way around. So I'll have to just see if I can just backfill in between them and then later take out the wedges. We'll have to do something like that. But that's what I'll use my rest of my cement for now. So I'll just pop you up here so you can see. Alright, so we're back at the wall, and that now is as far as I've done, just leaving this last piece out because we might try and remove that. So I'll come back with another little piece of cement just to finish that piece off. Now, a few other jobs to do. One being to move this nice big pile of cement that we got delivered, but I think I might leave that to an evening, because as long as I put on a light I can get that down to the barn quite easily on a dry evening. I'm going to get inside and start clearing up. We want to try and put all of the kitchen pieces into one room, just so we're a bit cleared up, because everything is sort of everywhere at the moment. That's the plan. So we'll take you inside and we'll see how we go.
Last night I went, just give you a quick update, and there was no batteries in my GoPro. I don't know how much of it you missed. I went for the backup battery and it seems somebody has unplugged it to charge their headphones. Not looking at my son. So anyway, we got this little step roughly done. Trying to get it looking, as Claire says, a bit old worldy, getting some rough curves on the side, looking a bit handmade, as opposed to like a brand new shower pan. So we're actually really happy with that. Still unsure what we're going to do for the actual floor here. I must see when I put the tanking on what way it will come up, but yeah, in general that's pretty good. We're happy with this. So I am going to, although it does look like quite a nice day, I was in two minds about whether I continue with my piping I'm trying to fit up here, put another hole for the, this is for the hot water here. I'm going to put a hole there for cold water and a hole here for the electric shower cable. Up higher then I'm going to put a hole for the electricity. I'm just going to run to the other end. Once I've done this, I really just need it past the shower, really, and then I am going to just put plasterboard on the ceiling, put the tile backer board on the wall, and give this a week, and then maybe next week we'll be able to tile and get the shower in here and shut down the shower in the other room, get all our water in the back, and then we should be able to go upstairs. That's the plan anyway. comes up really well. I think this is the side that I want facing out. There's some lovely grain texture there. And really dark, almost like the... What's it called? What's the Japanese thing where you char it, Claire? Anyway, it's kind of a little bit like that. There's going to be a round sink on top. This is the hole that the pipe's going to go through, so you won't see that. The sink will just be sat in the middle. I have to do another hole on one side anyway for the tap, but I'll figure that out in a minute. But I'm quite happy with how this came up. I'm actually looking now. I'm quite happy with how these came up actually as well. I'm looking now for oil. Oil is kind of like a Danish or a teak oil. It's a finishing product, and we haven't done any finishing on this place since we got here. So, like, God only frickin' knows where it is. Right, as I just say that, I find it. Wow, that's odd. Okay, so the other thing I want is some brackets. If I thought this was going to turn out so nice, I would have done a kind of a mortar and tenon, but maybe I'll come back to it later. But right now, I'm just going to screw in some hinges if I can find them, or brackets, 90-degree brackets, and we just really need water. But you won't be able to see them; they'll be underneath it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have the oil. I have the items. I'm just gonna have a quick look for some 90-degree brackets. I had a freaking box of them. I have no idea where they are. And my dad had a bunch of IKEA leftovers. Anyway, I'll shout back once I have it assembled inside. Right. Ran into a tiny problem when connecting the tap, that the brass fitting didn't go all the way through the sleeper. So it's not pretty, but I had to try and do it. I went through like 5 different tools. I went through circular saw, reciprocating saw, multi-tool, chisel. Oak makes shit of chisels. And ended up using one of the Forstner bits. Forstner, is it? Forstner bits to just make it wide enough for that kind of bolt slash washer. And it's done now. I'll pop it up and give. There we go. Light's getting a bit dark now, so can't see it very well. So that gives an idea. I'm just going to figure out where I want the plumbing to go for the two hoses at the back, I suppose, from the tap, and the step or the leg kind of is covering the waste pipe. So I'm quite happy with that. If I can get the pipes covered there might be a little bit of a U visible there. I don't think I'll go so far to hide that.
So I didn't put it on time lapse to do my last little bit of a tidy up, which was just to clear the kitchen from this tiny space and try to pop it in here, which you actually can't see. It's all in the corner now, which is behind the shower. And Rob showed me some more kitchen stuff, but I'll move that in at lunchtime tomorrow. Get those all in behind there. That's a really handy space actually, because they all fit in there, and even the 2 big doors are gone in as well. So it's nice to have everything in there and just a bit more space here. We've kind of made a decision now that I'm going to start and demolish the upstairs loo, which is the only thing left upstairs, and start to get the floor down. So that'll be a huge change. Suddenly got very excited. Okay, is this for the camera?
Rooney, come here.
For the camera?
Rooney, sit. You show off.
You are show off. So now I'm going to hand you over to Rob because he's made massive progress today. You won't recognise the room that he was working on. Okay, I'll hand you over.
You don't have to hand me over, but anyway, I just want to show where we finish off. And of course, it's a bit of a mess because Claire was helping me, and you know how she leaves stuff everywhere. But railway sleeper, bathroom, I don't know, table, done. This was really awkward actually. Took a lot of chiseling out and cutting out, but I'm ready to plumb these. I have the pipes all ready to have the connections done. It's quite difficult actually to get all of these pipes through. Maybe somebody could tell me an easier way, but it took myself and Claire hours to like drag them through. The big one is 22mm pipe, and that went through a 25mm hole. The smaller one is 15mm, and that went through a 20mm hole. But it was horrendously difficult to do it. But anyway, we have the hot and cold water going all the way up to our shower and bathroom, so that's done. I have another hole here where I'm putting the cable for the electric shower. That's going to go in there, and then we're going to put some more holes a little bit higher and run our lighting and our general sockets through there. And then this whole bathroom space should be all ready to have insulation thrown up and plasterboard gone up. Plasterboard on the ceiling, backer board on the shower space, plasterboard at the rest of the bathroom, and we can maybe figure out some sort. What's that doing up there actually? We'll figure out some door arrangement, and then our bathroom should be ready. Shower and bathroom sorted. And we can disconnect this pipe, we can demolish our shower in here, and Claire's already planning on demolishing the bathroom up there. It's about, I don't know, 7 at night, it's 11.7 degrees centigrade and 94% relative humidity. So, yeah, funny old weather. But, yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. Sunday night. We're going to finish up a little bit early, before 8. We had 2 really good days, nice progress, great to have a working bathroom elsewhere, and yeah, doesn't seem to be any leaks, so all going pretty good. And we shall come back tomorrow. Hopefully my little step will have dried a little bit better. I think I'll get stuck on those plumbing and then do the wiring. Maybe Tuesday, we might be in a position to cut the plasterboard and put that up on the roof. We'll see. Anyway, I shall catch you later. Good evening, folks. You won't realize this, but we couldn't find you, so we've been working away for an hour and a half, and then we accidentally came across you. So let me quickly show you what I've done, and I'm going to hand you over to Claire. I have routed the hot and cold water pipes all the way up here to where we're going to put the cylinder in there. Oh yeah, Claire doesn't know these things with your big light. I've taken the cold water, I think I showed you that last night, and I've put it in a T-junction. I cannot for the life of me find my 22mm inserts for that. I have plenty of 15mm, but I don't have my 22, so I don't know where they are, so I can't put a T-junction in there. I put the T-junction in there for the cold water supply. I'm just going to run the electricity, and then I think I should be ready to seal this up. And in the meantime, I'm just going to put backer board up on the 2 sides of the shower, and I might put a bit of plasterboard up here for privacy. I mean, it's really frustrating, but without the inserts, I can't make the connection. Without making the connection, I can't really test the water source to look for leaks, so I'm going to leave this wall to last, but I can easily put stuff up on the other walls. That's what I'm going to do, so I'll catch you later. How about you, Claire? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going upstairs to rip out a toilet that we no longer use and to get the space ready for the OSB flooring to go down, well, on the underlay and then the OSB flooring. So I'm hoping I can just rip that toilet out and get it outside, everything outside that's up there. Just have to see how that goes. And then just start to plan what goes next. Yeah, so that's me. We're going to take out the contents of this room, the whole room, and also the sink next to it. So then the whole space is free and I can get floor down. The whole lot has gone. The man with the yellow pants is back.
Safety
to
first.
assess the work.
I'll assess. It looks gone.
The toilet is gone. There's a nice toilet pipe there. Not too smelly. Wasn't too difficult actually.
Really? Looks a bit bust. Will you need new bits?
I would say so. The whole thing, I'd say. The sink is gone. All the pipes are gone against the wall. So no more water up here. Time to just leave it dry out now. And
as we go into a cold snap.
Yeah. We have to put OSB down on the floors. And but before we do that, there are a couple of beams downstairs that need to be sistered. So we have to do that, but then we didn't think about that before we brought up all of this wood that is going to frame the bedrooms. So
well,
anyway, there's a lot of weight up here at the moment.
You just need a jam.
And it's funny, the ceiling here just is like it's floating on nothing since we took that wall out beneath it. But anyway, at least it's a little bit, there's a little bit more done, and we can really get working on what needs to be just finalized in here and get all of the sheeting down that we have waiting and the underlay. From there then we'll really, hopefully we'll be able to frame up, get the bathrooms in, insulate and wire and all the bits that go with it. So that, you know, there is a lot still to do, but it's not a huge space, but there, yeah, it's just all the little bits add up. But at least that bathroom is gone. And really what's up here now, apart from the old windows, which are bloody heavy, anything that is up here is pretty much staying up here. Yeah, we're nearly there. So that's tonight's work. Rob might want to give you a quick update on what he was doing. Or did you already?
You can give an update.
No, I'm going to jump in the shower and make a dinner because it's like
Don't take the
8:30.
GoPro. Look at the difference in quality, Claire. I'm going to give a teleporting update. Watch. 1, 2. Whoa. Here we go. Now, my update. I think I gave you that update already. The pipes are still there. I'm lacking inserts, so I did some walls, which is kind of exciting. So this is cement board hardy backer. This is a cement based backboard for tiling. Tiles coming during the week. I need to fill up all the gaps. Some gaps on the bottom there. There's some gaps in between bits. I can leave the top open for the time being, and I just need to put a backer board up here also, and I need that done really tonight because I want to let the cement or the tile set that I'm going to use to fill these gaps, I want to let that go off a little bit, harden, before I do the tanking. So tanking is basically just a waterproof membrane, or a water-based membrane that we paint onto this, and it makes it completely waterproof. But it's meant to be put on cement that has cured. So I don't want to put it on if the cement hasn't cured, so I'm a little bit late. But fingers crossed now tomorrow. I just run a little bit of wire through here. I don't even need it to connect it on the top, just put the wire through. In fact, I can just put up the backer board pretty much immediately, truth be told. That will be my project tomorrow. It is tiring work now. We are exhausted. We have my mother's birthday, I won't say the age, coming up next weekend. So we're gonna head back to East Cork. First time really in, is it over 6 months? 6, 7 months we've been here. So we are going to leave the farm for a night. We're gonna meet with my sisters, my parents, and we're gonna have a really enjoyable family occasion. We're gonna see all the cousins, and yeah, it's going to be a nice break, and I think myself and Claire need it because we are just spent. I was only saying to Claire actually that it kind of feels like, if any of you have ever ran a race or did some sort of long distance or long-term training, we're like far from the start, but we're also far from the end, so there's like nothing to be excited by. And you just need to keep your head down and just keep tipping away. And as soon as we start to get closer to the end, I think our spirits will lift again. But at the moment, yeah, we're both pretty tired and we're just in cruise control. It just feels like we'll probably look back and we've done quite a lot, but it feels like the going is very slow. And of course, like plastering, laying floor, what Claire's doing upstairs, even just the plumbing, the pipes, the toilets, like that's all new to us. So whilst we can really dig and excavate and frame really, really rapidly, all this stuff is very slow going because we don't know what we're doing and we're learning as we go along. So probably I'd prefer to be learning when it's nice and sunny and not when it's freezing cold and wet. Yes. Ash is no difference, he's on the PlayStation. What harm? Alright, so catch you guys tomorrow.